Hey everybody, this is Tom Ryan, co-founder and CEO of ICR. I wanted to wish everybody happy holidays with loved ones, and really in the absence of releasing a podcast over the next 2 weeks, just wanted to give you a little stream of consciousness on reflections on 22 and certainly looking into 23. First of all, in the last year, have done over 50 podcasts. Appreciate people who have kind of downloaded them and listened. It's been a variety of amazing guests, from interesting CEOs and CFOs and disruptors, small startup companies, to bigger, more established entities doing great work. But it's been really interesting. I feel like I've learned a lot. Hopefully everyone listening has also learned a little bit along the way, and we intend to keep raising visibility of companies who are doing great work, and look forward to keeping that tradition in 2023. Speaking of 2023, I think as it relates to what ICR does every day, which is communications and advisory, a new year is always kind of a blank slate. And a lot of companies tend to fall into a rhythm of quarter after quarter and sometimes year after year of telling their story the same way, even when the macro environment has changed. And I think it's a pretty good opportunity to kind of reset and rethink how you talk about things. When you think about why communications matters across all stakeholders, it was really different years ago when you get your newspaper from the stand and, you'd open it up and you figure out what happened yesterday. Now news is instantaneous. It goes to all stakeholders at the same time. Everyone's an activist. Not only shareholders, customers are activists. Business partners can be activists. So really taking control of that information flow is so critical. And we're proud to do it for about 1,000 companies and have done it for a long period of time. And the outcome of that, hopefully, is trying to manage reputation and valuation. But in any given period, whether that's a week or 6 months or a year or multiple years, reputation can have an overriding effect on those numbers. And, we think we're the best in the world at controlling that part of valuation. And that's really what we're going for. In this environment, there's so much volatility, and, a lot of companies are stuck talking about things the old way. If I'm talking to investors right now, I think I'd have to come to the realization that the numbers definitely don't speak for themselves. They must be interpreted. You have to be transparent. And most importantly, you have to accurately manage expectations about the future. I think being very clear and relentless about how you tell your story, you're fighting for shelf space and capital in a really crowded market of public companies. Everyone's looking for attention. And, you really want to develop credibility and trust. And so when companies are talking about themselves and their business, it can't just be words. It's got to be backed up by data and actions and results. And that's incredibly important. And then certainly if you're doing what you say, there's a great halo around the company. You probably get a lot of favorable media coverage. So listen, the moral of the story is clear and consistent communication in this environment. Cash generation, profitability, balance sheet, your maturities, your cost of debt, the firepower that you have, supply chain. Do you have to reconfigure that if that's your business? Do you have pricing power in an inflationary environment? But just as important as pricing power is your ability to control costs. Obviously, passing along price is good. You can't do that forever. And so the ability to control costs is certainly important. For those companies that have been around for a long time, I'd be talking about how we performed during the last down cycle, 2008, 2009, and really how long management has been together. I think most investors bet on the jockey, not the horse. And it's certainly important. The leadership team, how long they've been together, I think that's really underestimated. And then the last couple of things, I think, is commitment to innovation. Every company is going to become a tech company in the future if they're not already. And then prove that you're a great allocator of capital, organic growth, M&A, and returning capital back to shareholders. And that all can be bundled up in a nice and neat package. And that's critical to success in the public markets. 2023 is the 25th anniversary of ICR. It's been an amazing ride since 1998. We're going to have our conference in January. CNBC is actually referred to it as the Super Bowl of consumer conferences, which is a big compliment. The other observations about 25 years is I certainly go back to my co-founders who tragically passed away many years ago. Chad Jacobs and John Flanagan had the idea for ICR in the kitchen of my house. And while we were a little bit all over the place in the beginning, it was amazing to do that with two dear high school friends who we miss every day. We wanted to be the best at what we did, and I think the byproduct of that made us a pretty big entity. You get to a point where you don't know everybody personally in the company, but we're still a team, kind of like a sports team. We're trying to win every day, the best people in the best slots, and do great work for clients. And so I want to thank all of the people that work at ICR. Past and present, everybody has put forth a tremendous effort to get to where we are today. Certainly want to thank all of our clients and wish them happy holidays. We're pleased to be on the team with every one of you. So enjoy the holidays, everybody, and Happy New Year. Let's hope everyone has a great one. And with that, we'll sign off and we'll see you in the new year.